Charlie Walker being one of the most brutal fucking ghost faces in the Scream franchise. Let's talk about it a little bit. What is up, my super sexy lemons? Today we're going to be discussing a little bit more about Scream 7 and what that entails. And to be honest, this is going to be the most insane fucking movie in my opinion, because now we have Kevin Williamson directing, Neve Campbell coming back, and a bunch of other people, and this is just going to be fucking phenomenal. But let's go ahead and dive into my theory on what may happen in Scream 7. So Scream 7 only being basically a year and some change away, there are some things and factors in this movie that are going to be very surprising for a lot of people. And to be honest, yes, I do believe Kevin Williamson will make the sacrifice and bring Stu Macher back, as well as an older ghost face that we won't see coming. This means, yes, one of the other ghost faces from the other movies is going to make a return. Let's break it down for you. Scream 4, we only had 2 killers, right? The killer I see coming back is, of course, not Jill Roberts. She was shot in the head and everything. The killer I see coming back is Charlie Walker. Yes, Charlie Walker was honestly one of the most brutal ghost faces ever. And in all honesty, it is a thrilling perspective to actually, have a director who is, the original creator of this come in and make a Scream movie, which, to be honest, that would be a huge twist, something that hasn't been done before, returning ghost faces. That is something I would absolutely love to see because, one thing they did in Scream 6 that I really, really liked was the shrine idea. That was bringing the shrine in perspective, looking at the past, seeing what's come before, and it's, weird to me that Scream 6 is almost like episode 8 of Star Wars, in my opinion. It's literally kind of like what Kylo Ren said in the scene between him and Rey, after their little battle with all the other, with the army men of Snoke and everything. He specifically came in and said this to Rey, that he wants to have the past be the past, and that he wants to move forward from that and just let it die. And to be honest, I think that's exactly what Kevin Williamson will do. And the best part about it is that he's the one who created Scream. So if that were to happen, I don't think he'd get a lot of backlash for it. I do believe that the idea here is to make a Scream movie that makes sense to the past movies, but also move us forward a little bit. I feel like they've been going back to the past in all of these movies. We've had a fucking enough of it. It's time to move forward. It's time to create new shit. And to be honest, I feel like Scream's going to turn into kind of like the Saw trilogy a little bit. I think they're going to go and make like 12, Scream movies, in my opinion. And honestly, if Kevin Williamson does this right, I already have an idea of what Scream 8 could actually be if he does have Stu Macher and Charlie Walker be the killers, which means that Stu Macher will actually die in this one, like for real this time. And this also means that Charlie Walker will die as well. But there's some connection there that they're not seeing. There's someone behind this that has been organizing certain things as well besides Stu and Charlie. This being Kirby. Kirby was, of course, stabbed by Charlie, meaning that he's probably going to try and come back and either try to frame her for being Ghostface or just want to fucking kill her out of anger and revenge. But the revenge motive has been done so many times to the point where it's old now. You really can't do that anymore. It's like, why even go down that route? It just doesn't make sense to me. But if you were to put that into an overall, love perspective on like how these characters developed throughout those older movies, you can see that happening. 2 ghost faces returning, one wanting revenge on the other one, and the other one wanting revenge maybe on Sydney. Again, the revenge motive has been done so many times. So what can Kevin Williamson do? Because I know they have a completed script now. What can he do to make this a different type of motive? And I don't know that yet. I've been putting a lot of thought into it. I'm not really ready to release that to you guys yet because I don't want to be wrong about it, but I don't want to be right about it. I don't want to get anything, too much into detail. But guys, what do you think about this theory? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Subscribe to the Lemon Nation if you fucking haven't already. And I'm so sorry I haven't been posting consistently because I've been working on a lot of, film stuff myself and trying to get that all, started. And, I miss it. I miss filmmaking. I miss being behind the camera. I miss actually doing this stuff consistently. And now that I'm able to do it more, it's been a blessing. And I'm super excited for you guys to see this movie I'm working on, as well as this music video I just worked on actually this past weekend for a local artist in Atlanta, which this is going to be something huge. I think my short film Hello There and my feature film Hello There are going to be it's going to be the start of a new era for slasher films, and I think that's very important when it comes to creating a certain perspective on that. And slasher films in general are just in right now. People love them, and I absolutely have adored slasher films since I was freaking 11 years old. And so getting back into this now is insane, you know, to be able to be a part of something that's new and fresh and exciting and hasn't been seen before. But of course, guys, never fucking forget that lemons fly.